Welcome back to Tran Plays Barotrauma. We are in a coalition outpost and we have our first ever coalition sourced mission. Earlier we had met Nashivex and he didn't actually have a mission for us. And our separatist missions came from the outpost managers, even if they said that they were sourced from the Lieutenant Petron, who's in our army as Security Officer 3. First we gotta chew through these random missions. There we go. The outpost manager seems to hesitate a bit. This mission might be on the more challenging side, but judging by your reputation, you may be able to pull it off. We're interested. Please continue. A couple of our operatives were recently captured by the separatists, and according to our informants, they're currently locked away in an outpost nearby. If you can get them out of there safely, we'll be sure to make it worth your while. I'll mark the location on your map. Alright, so we'll head on over. We are currently here. I've tagged many of these beacons. Some of these I've tagged without actually finishing the route. I would just go over, do some quests or the beacon, and then turn around and head back, only because there was no necessary point for me to finish reaching there. That's how we, for example, achieved this beacon. What we're going to do is we're going to head from Autonoe Linea all the way to Thynia Linnea Research Facility. Here's Jailbreak. We're one jump away. The reason why I'm showing this is this actually has a couple missions we've never done before. Prisoner transport and a terrorist stakeout. Let's take a look at the message for this. Prisoner transport has a group of captured separatists who need to be transferred to Thynia Linnea Research Facility for a reward of 2,500 marks. Make sure these prisoners are well guarded during your voyage, as they may try to escape. Do not let any of them die. Terrorist stakeout. Separatist terrorists have been hijacking ships in this sector. We believe some of them have snuck onto your ship alongside innocent passengers. Make sure the innocent civilians make it to Thynia Linnea Research Facility alive, and deal with any terrorists that reveal themselves. And you'll be paid a reward of 2,500 marks. We get paid the same for dealing with the terrorists and dealing with the prisoners. Fine. Taking them both at the same time is probably not that hot of an idea, but it is content, so let's do it. Let's take a look at the situation. Apparently many of them are stuck on this ladder. Probably could actually seal them in here. Some of these are civilians, one of them might be a terrorist, or multiple of them. This person's name is The Darius? Okay. Sure. Everybody is equipped with either a stun baton or stun gun ammo, and has 2 handcuffs. Our soldiers are equipped with grenades, as well as Fulgurati, stun grenades, to be specific. Apparently we're already at the beacon station, so let's go ahead and park there. The way prisoner transports work is sometimes they just break free of their handcuffs, and then you have to go beat them up and put new handcuffs on them. I don't remember what happens to the handcuffs. I think they just sort of disappear. I guess they eat the handcuffs, but there's no reasonable way they should be breaking out of these handcuffs. I heard a thump, but maybe someone just fell down a ladder. We're done here. Now, if they're smart, they'd probably try to take my exosuit, but I don't think they're that smart. However, I have locked all my weapons in the secure cabinet. It's a prisoner staring at the captain. I'll duel wield these batons. Get out of here. If you keep your mouse cursor where the interface would be, it makes it easier to keep it zoomed out. Now, of course, it doesn't actually help me navigate, because if I'm going to run into a wall that I couldn't see with the sonar, I'm definitely going to run into it, because this vision is not far enough to stop me before I slam into a wall. But it is nice. I mean, I feel it's better than just staring at the blinking sonar lights. We can also kind of watch how things happen on the ship. Wow, what happened here? You're using your... No, don't use your wrench. Oh, sure, you got handcuffed. Oh, the AI is good enough to handcuff her. All right. If we make it safely to Thynia Linnea research facility, we'll go ahead and jump to where the jailbreak mission takes place. Let's take a look around, make sure that everything's going okay. She's still handcuffed. I bet I get paid for the boot camp or whatever it is. By the book, probably. Why can't I put it in the bot? Is it because I'm not holding it first? Does the robot not collect these? I don't know. Let's... Oh, I can definitely wear it. Apparently the defense bot wants to shoot her. Bob, you don't need to hold the HMG. Why don't you put that up, dude? I think I actually have to have a person head over there. I like how our terrorist is actually standing in our armory. It's good. Make sure nobody's wielding any weapons while we're navigating to the next destination. Apparently you've used your morphine at some point. All right. It looks like a wreck is over there. We don't have any business with it. But I like dropping depth charges on stuff, so... So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put mechanic right underneath me, and right on fire. Boom! Not really that impressive. Okay. I think we've cleared the area. Let's head on out. I don't want to end up taking too long for an unaffiliated mission when we have prisoners to escort. Well, the prisoners have not tried to break out, or my guys have already dealt with it, like, very rapidly. Let's see here. Maybe my doctor could tell me what's up. She's the only one with any wounds. I'm really surprised it isn't the Darius. Okay, so we've reached our next destination. I'll see you when we dock at the port with the Jailbreak, which is just one jump ahead. The Europa Coalition has tasked you to free some of their operatives who are being held captive by the Jovian separatists. Very simple. Oh, thank God. That we'd never be getting out of here. Okay, I thought they'd be heading to my sub, but alright. Or that the guards will become running in? Something. So I just hold down this button? Basically. Though you should be careful not to overeat it. This is a random event where we get an alien weapon. Examine the device, and look for anything useful. Oh, either one of these two. I've never gotten anything from the first option, but we can try. It says we find nothing, and we decide to hold on to the device, so we get an ancient weapon, which you can dismantle for something like Dementite or whatever. Hey, got something for you here if you're interested. Found some weird eggs in the vent. Don't know what they are, but figure they mean something for someone like you. He flashes some eggs, but it's too dark to make out which species. You quickly hide them before you can ascertain their nature. 500 marks. Sure, just take them off his hands so that they don't get used for diabolical purposes. In the light, eggs are instantly recognizable as Volona seps calyx, otherwise known as husk eggs. I've actually got a full stack of Psychorium bars. We'll go ahead and just... I mean, I don't know if I want to keep accumulating stuff. Only because I want to make sure that my game does not lag super badly. So we may just leave it alone. I'm gonna go ahead and swap. There we go. I feel safer not holding on to the eggs. Well, hopefully I didn't have to actually escort those prisoners from the Jailbreak mission. Someone is handing out flyers advertising some kind of communion. You spot a familiar looking logo in the corner. It's just the local Husk cult members proselytizing. It might be fun to check out the ritual. Sure, what's the worst that could happen visiting a suicide cult? You make your way into the advertised dorm. It's the usual stuff. Flashback this, an ascension that. The local chapter guys are very friendly and they invite you to partake of the communion. An announcement comes over the PA. To all security personnel, code red. We got some fugitives on the run. This was not actually part of this mission. This is apparently just part of the jailbreak, I assume. So it interrupted the quest. Okay, so we're gonna make up an excuse to leave. Okay. All right. Obviously, since Barotrauma is surrounded by water, it's totally fair game to use water to extract our personnel. Additionally, if you even take a look at our pathfinding, it is pretty necessary. You can see that Bob cannot escape the submarine. None of our AI can actually climb out of the submarine ever since their new pathfinding patch. You may feel that I should be able to just drag them across the land and deal with the security officers, but even with Bob, it doesn't work. Here, let me grab onto a character and show you. So while he can move at full speed carrying somebody, it doesn't matter because the target doesn't move that fast, so your grip breaks. It's very similar to Dead Rising. What are you doing? How when you're carrying a civilian or survivor, if under certain circumstances, it's easy to lose your grip on your target. Oh, thank God. We thought we'd never be getting out of here. I ran a couple more times. I have reason to believe that the attack only begins when a security officer crosses paths near one of the escapees, which makes sense. The only problem is the escapees actually do not have any goals or objectives into entering your submarine. They just wander around the map randomly until they get caught. Now to get them to the sub before they die. If I try dragging them to the sub without knocking them out, they break free every time I cross the threshold to the station or my own submarine. Like that. They're breaking free even though they're not even conscious. Wow, that was actually kind of weird. Come on. Almost there. Seal that person in. All right, we made it. Okay, that was a successful extraction. It shouldn't have to be this way. Remember that I tried actually without knocking them out. They always broke free. No, there's nothing I could do about it. Okay, Bob, you babysit these guys. I still have stuff to take care of in the colony. And while we're at it, I'll go and show you some dialogue that I saw in the previous station. A woman in ragged clothes grabs your arm. Spare some marks for... Hey, you're from that crew that just arrived. Heading Iward, I take it. Iward? Towards the Eye of Europa? You might be. Why are you asking? Fools you are, the lot of you. You won't find salvation there. They'll just send you back like they always do. What do you mean? You've been there? Have I been there? Will I be there? I don't know, it's all so very fuzzy. Maybe it was all just a dream. Maybe I'm just a mad woman. Maybe they did really send me back. Who's them? The ones who live there. Them and that monstrosity they keep there. I do wish it was just a dream. Please, what did you see in the eye? Shouldn't have said a thing. Just thinking about all this feels like it's twisting my brain backwards. I'll just say, if you're foolish enough to go there, I hope you have more luck dealing with them than I did. I said mad woman because that person we approached was a Czech. We are at Kurleskin Fossa Research Facility. We're going to now proceed eastward past this line, which we haven't yet crossed. This includes the Outpost Recovery Outpost mission to, well, basically recover that outpost. Contact was recently lost. It's suspected that an extremist branch of the Church of Husk is using it for one of their ascension rituals. Get rid of the husks and any eventual cultists. Okay, I'm looking it up. It says it needs 3 saline. Alright, yeah, this is probably not making it to the final cut. Or if it is, it's getting cut up quite a bit. They'll just be left alone. It'll be the unborn egg. Can't pick up. But yeah, this is one of the reasons why my videos take a little longer than normal Let's Players to publish. Because if I don't feel it's good enough, I keep recording stuff until it reaches enough content that I can be satisfied with. Is it spawning extra eggs? Is that how this works? Alright, well, that's all the saline I'm carrying on me. The other flare just... Oh, no, it's down here. I guess it phased through the wall. Like, my original plan was to have Mud Raptors run amok and take over a colony. But this is not it. But it's lagging quite a bit. Alright, well, let's give this another shot. We need lighting. We'll take this combat suit. Actually, you know what? McKinley Fry. Yeah, I'd say so. Can't grab these? Okay. I want to see if they attack. What if I make them swing at them? Yeah, they're biting him in self-defense, but I don't think they're actually chasing him. All right, fine. I think my welding tanks. Is there no oxygen left? Is that why there's no fire coming out of this? It's fine. Okay, fire got put up. So we'll send in another husk character. Place is secure. Let me take some time to loot all of this. We have finished looting everything worthwhile. One of the husk cultists was called the Advanced Extremist or something, and she had a doctor's badge. She also had a syringe gun with calyx extract in it, so the people that I had sent in were actually huskified. Getting shot with that wasn't going to hurt. I was not able to find an ID that worked for the security cabinet in this area, so we're just going to go on without it. So what I think we'll do is I will quickly head over here, collect the beacon station, turn around, and then we'll hit this. Give me a minute to take care of this. We traveled there and back. This respawned loot, though the loot was minimal, and the base actually looks cleaned up without all the husk stuff all over it. If you take a look here, it's just regular outpost. It still counts as a mission area because it's a retry instead of save and quit. But I suppose you could always dock and undock if you wanted to get that kind of loot. Now, let's try our first creature from the abyss. Now, that might just be something like a Latcher, a Watcher, or like a Moloch, but maybe it's something new, something we haven't seen before. This is a creature from the abyss that has made the passageway its hunting grounds. Until the beast is dead, new outposts won't be established in the adjacent locations, and existing outposts may be abandoned. Also, looks like I'm no longer able to get achievements yet again. tried disabling all the mods, restarting the application, and then once Barotrauma booted up, I re-enabled all the applications. I did not get an achievement for docking back as a security officer because I need the security officer achievement. So I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know why, because everything I look up, it says like mods and achievements. They say don't conflict, but I am telling you that I can't get any, and that's fine. I mean, like, I'm not that crazy about it. It would just be nice to be recognized for my efforts, right? Okay, this doesn't mean, like, I don't think we can get the submarine down there, and I'm assuming it would be suicidal to to go as a person. Is this a ruins, by the way? This is a very large rhombus or something. Yeah, that's a ruins. All right, well, I mean, ruins are full of treasure, but I'm actually rather full on treasure, and I'm gonna have to start dropping some off to make sure I don't lag that badly. You can see here that I'm maxed on fulgurium chunks, so I'll probably start making fulgurium rods to power my ship instead of thorium rods. I can start buying incendium crystals as of reaching the aphotic plateau. I can also start buying dementite clusters. I am maxed on psychorium bars, and I have some tool belts stashed inside the storage container. At some point, the game had patched and fixed the tool belts fitting inside the storage containers, but any tool belts that did fit before can still fit. New tool belts do not. The game probably doesn't register this as terrain, so it probably expected me to go that way. And even if I were to blow up the place, I can't travel through the shelled ruins because it still counts as a impassable object as far as submarines are concerned, even if you blast the walls apart. So, like, the hardest part is probably trying to pathfind my way over to the target. Come on, game. I don't really think I can go that way either. I'm just trying to slow down so I can continue following this slope. I don't normally want to do this because I feel like it makes for better video if you can tell who's who, but we're going to go ahead and equip our PUCS suits. So anybody who's not a Husk is going to don their PUCS. Right, that's everybody. Unfortunately, the art of hitting things with a depth charge means don't make it notice you. So, I will be traveling with the directional ping for a bit. And while I was parked outside one of the ruins, my characters were starting to blast swarm feeders with my explosive coil gun ammo. That might be overkill. it's just a latcher, I think. That's what that is. I think that means that's the corner of the map. I've seen those before. Even though I haven't reached 4,000 depth. I guess the latcher's running away from me now. Paralysis? Yeah, I'd like that. Dimensionite, I could take it or leave it. I'm assuming it went this way, but I'm hoping that I can actually meet it by going this way. Fulgurium Chunk, I can take it or leave it. More Paralysis, yeah, we gotta mine this. If we can find it again. First I gotta chase down my latcher. That's my target. Wow, it's like 4 clusters of Paralysis. That's gonna be a few endocrine boosters for me. Well, I don't mind if he's pushing me upwards. It makes me a little safer, I think. Well, I'm not sure I've looted one of these yet. I probably have. That's lots of stuff to mine. I'm not actually sure I want to bother doing it, but I know that I should. So let me go get that Paralysis stuff, and then we will head over to Drizzlecomb Linnea Outpost. Apparently this one's busted too. Alright. Alright, how much do we have? We have acquired 18 Paralysis. That means I can make 9 endocrine boosters. It might be more if my Mechanic 2's construction bonus activates. That bonus specifically is mass production. Fabricating items has a 40% chance to not consume 1 of the input ingredients. I feel like we're moving anywhere, Captain. We're probably too far out of the map for the game to understand autopiloting. I managed to accidentally end up on the other side of those ruins. Told you that this was expected to be my path to the target. I don't know if it was intentional, but there's pretty much no monsters on the way. There were a couple monsters near the ruins. and some offshoot caverns, but there was nothing else on the way. And so that makes sense if this was the Latcher's hunting ground. If that's intentional, that's cool. If it's not, maybe like the game has some sort of spawn point system and it used it all up on the Latcher, and that's not as cool, but it still services. Unfortunately, we were going mega slow because of this moss right there, right behind the ship status display. We have made it to Drizzlecomb Linnea Outpost. Let's take a look at the map, because I think we're near one of the locks. So this is a coalition place, and this is a separatist place. And I kind of wonder if these places will never get destroyed to abyss creatures, because I would have assumed that this place with 2 abyss creatures next to it would have been destroyed like this one was. So let's go ahead and talk to somebody and get our permission here. I'll have to congratulate you. Not many make it through the plateau, much less while being so useful. I'll radio ahead to let you move to the Great Sea. I'm too cold to try to make a female voice right now. Don't know why it's so cold. I might just be getting sick. But since my family's about to come home, I'm gonna have to stop for a bit, and I'll have to pick this up tomorrow. For you, it'll be the same episode. So I'm assuming that this place is pretty much like all the other colonies. We have our permission. We'll need to hit this place and get permission for that, so we'll try to do that in the same episode as well. An elderly woman waves at you. Could you be a dear and throw this out for me? She asks, shoving a handful of trash in your hand. Sure. Oh, I didn't get any items. I thought maybe it was going to be like eggs or a monster. I don't know. You're glad to be rid of the old hag's garbage. While unloading your smelly cargo, you catch a glimpse of a human finger amid the refuse. Investigate further. Being up to your elbows in the trash can draw some weird looks from onlookers, but they shrug it off. The economy is bad, after all. Under all the burger wrappers, you can see a lanyard identifying the corpse as a reporter for the Europan, a newspaper of questionable quality. Curiously, their name is scratched out. You try not to gag at the smell of the garbage and the dead body and rip the tag off. Maybe somebody in security would be interested in this. Apparently not her. Thought that was a security officer. Just a chick in a green sweater. No security here. Can I help you with something? I'd like to report a dead body. You show the name tag to the security officer and explain your findings. They scratch their head and sigh. Look, I've been working for security for 15 years. If a line cook at Irma Burger is found dead, it's probably a crime of passion and argument gone wrong, they explain. The killer may be found, justice dispensed. You take a look around. Nobody seems to be listening, but the guard continues in a whisper. A reporter is found in the trash, their ID scratched out. You turn a blind eye. There's nothing good to be found in the rabbit hole. Proud for more information. To the guard's dismay, you ask them to elaborate. Do I need to spell this out for you? And reporters investigate. Somebody walks by you and the guard stops mid-sentence, waits for them to pass, then continues. More importantly, they report. Somebody clearly didn't want to be reported on. Somebody from the coalition? The guard rolls their eyes. You finally get it. There's a nice reward for reporting a dead body. I suggest you take that, buy yourself some opium, or whatever it is you submarine types like, and forget about what you saw. I'll take care of the body. I don't want your filthy money, goodbye. It's fine. I mean, I would like the money, but I don't know if that shuts down the quest, if there is a further quest line somewhere down the chain. I don't even know if my faction quests are bugged, because once I got back in the Barotrauma, it asked me to deliver something like a dozen eggs again. It's just like the newbie quest. Maybe that's not a quest chain and just a random quest, but I suspected that bringing eggs is the beginner of the Brotherhood of the Husk. So that's why I have a bunch of husk eggs in my ship right now, just chilling in my medical cabinet, well, toxin cabinet. So I thought, okay, well, they told me to get more, and maybe I'll find them again. I never did see them again. So I wonder if my faction progress is bugged, because it has taken me 4 months since I started the campaign. All right, well, I think that's probably everything. Well, let me check the Outpost manager. I really doubt the Outpost manager has anything to say about this. I think that's probably everything. So when we come back, I will take you on to the Separatist Outpost. Yes, we will. Wait, no, that's right. We are heading to Agriope Linea. I think achievements are functioning. I guess the issue all along was, at some point, Steam no longer gives you achievements when you're playing offline. And that's actually what I do a lot of the time, so that my family can also play games on my account, like my wife plays RimWorld. Steam feels that you should only be able to play 1 game at a time that you purchased. That's like if you go to a comic book store and buy 5 board games, and they say, okay, can use this board game 1 at a time. You can't play 2 board games at a time. Really? Come on. I guess that's all it was. I'm just letting you know what the solution ended up being. Let's go find these people that are supposed to allow me passage. We'll check to see if the Outpost manager has any special missions for us. I can just click on the door. Don't normally see people running around. I did see a couple clowns rush at a person. They jumped down the stairs. I know they were just running, but it looked like they were Spartan flying over to yeet themselves off a cliff in order to hit someone with the toy hammer. It was pretty smooth. And they just kept bludgeoning that person with a toy hammer. I wish I was recording at the time, but I mean, you've seen how long I spend in towns just prepping for the next journey. For example, I'm going to put up my medals. I store them in a cabinet next to the captain, so that way when I get a new crew member from quest events or whatnot, I just go ahead and smack them with all those medals. My doctors spawn blood bags. I go ahead and make them put them up into the medical cabinet. So if I egg them on, they'll just fight each other. We're just trying to calm the situation down. It's just a regular event, nothing special. I sold stuff worth a lot more than 72 marks, but okay. Some of the extra sound effects. The immersion mod adds all these extra sound effects, as well as selling and buying items. I'll have to congratulate you. Not many make it through the plateau, much less while being so useful. I'll radio ahead to let you move to the Great Sea. Next biome, get. And there's one more, looks like cultist event. Possibly just transport these eggs or cultists. But we'll check it out before I sign off for this episode. Okay, just bringing eggs over. While taking care of some shopping and resupplying in the colony, there was another character event that showed up. Let's see what it is. Oh, this one. If you win, you actually get nothing. So we're just gonna keep moving. Like I have actually retried this, and then it took maybe about 6 tries in order to win, and nothing actually happens. You get nothing, even though it says you win and you get an artifact. If you steal the artifact, it turns out to be, I think, just one of those alien trinkets. That's it, and you know, you could piss people off, so it's not really worth it. All right. In the next episode, we'll begin heading on over to the Great Sea. I guess this counts as Great Sea? No, there's also a Photic Plateau. Okay. Which has a lot of abyss monsters. Oh, we'll need to maybe kill that one too. For now, the plan is that I will continue defeating abyss monsters and repairing Beacon Station. In the next episode, we'll start heading out to the Great Sea, probably from the Coalition side, since there's a bandit outpost right there. Thank you very much for watching Tran Plays Barotrauma. I'll see you next time.